Esther had never seen Tae-song look so restrained. That night, after the encounter with Min-ae, he didn't come home. She told herself she didn't care. She told herself it was none of her business if he was out with his glamorous ex, sipping wine in a candlelit rooftop restaurant or dancing under neon lights. She told herself a lot of things. None of them helped her sleep. By morning, she gave up pretending. She left the apartment early, iced coffee in hand, and arrived at Moon's studio before the others. The silence of the makeup room offered brief comfort. It was hers for a while. No eyes, no whispers, no tightly wound emotions dressed in Dior and Givenchy. But that peace shattered as soon as the studio filled up. Min-ae arrived with her stylist and manager in tow. She laughed too loud, walked too close to Tae-song, made sure the world saw she belonged in it. Esther focused on her kit, counting every brush stroke like prayer beads. When Tae-song finally walked into the makeup chair, he looked at her like nothing had happened. "Morning," he said softly. Esther didn't answer. He watched her in the mirror as she dabbed concealer beneath his eyes. "You're mad." "Why would I be mad?" "You know why." She shrugged. "I don't." He leaned forward. "Nothing happened with Min-ae." "I didn't ask." "She surprised me." "I didn't know she'd be cast." "That's convenient," she murmured. He reached for her wrist gently. "Look at me." She didn't. "Esther," he said. Her eyes finally met his. And she hated how easily he undid her defenses. "I'm not yours," she whispered. "And you're not mine. So don't give me explanations you don't owe." He studied her like she was the only truth in a world full of spin. Then he let her go. The music video shoot was chaos. They shot in an old abandoned theater with red velvet curtains, cracked chandeliers, and dust that danced in the light. It was moody, romantic, dripping with symbolism. Min-ae played the muse, the forbidden memory, the girl who haunts the star. She was good. Too good. During the first take, she kissed Tae-song. It was scripted, directed, professional. But Esther flinched. And Min-ae saw it. After the take, Min-ae passed her in the hallway. "Hard to watch?" she asked sweetly. Esther didn't blink. "Not at all. I've seen better acting on kdramas." Min-ae's smile sharpened. He always had a thing for women who challenged him, until they stopped being fun. Esther stepped closer. "Let me guess. That's when he left you." Min-ae's eyes darkened. "He always comes back," she said quietly. Esther leaned in, voice cool and steady. "Not this time." That night, Tae-song finally came home. Esther was curled on the couch with a face mask on, watching a Nigerian drama with the subtitles half wrong and the plot entirely predictable. He stood in the doorway, watching her with an unreadable expression. "You weren't answering my texts," he said. "I was busy. Doing skincare? Fixing my piece." He sighed and sat down across from her. "You hate her." "She hates me first." "She doesn't hate you. She envies you." Esther paused. "Why?" "Because I look at you differently." The air shifted. She peeled the face mask off slowly, her eyes not leaving his. "Then stop looking." "I can't." He moved closer. "Tae, tell me you don't feel it." She said nothing. "I kissed her today," he continued. "It meant nothing." "Then why are you telling me?" "Because I kissed you," he whispered. "And that meant everything." Her breath caught. "You scare me," he said. "You see past the performance. You see me." Tae. He reached for her. Not rough, not desperate, just sure. His lips found hers again, and this time, there was no hesitation. It was all heat, all hunger, all the confusion they'd buried beneath sarcasm and silence. She pulled him closer, fingers tangling in his hoodie, and he groaned softly against her mouth. They broke apart only when the air became too thick to breathe. "This is a bad idea," she whispered. "I've never been good at avoiding bad ideas." He brushed his forehead against hers. She looked up at him, heart racing. "If we keep doing this, people will find out." "Let them," he said. "They'll crucify me." "I won't let them. You can't protect me from everything." "I can try." But fate was already ahead of them. The next morning, Photos leaked again, this time clearer. Esther, laughing beside Tae-song outside the studio. Esther, half asleep in the van, her head on his shoulder. Esther, entering the apartment building while he followed. The internet exploded. Hashtag, who is she? Hashtag, Tae-song scandal. Hashtag, eclipse betrayed. And then, the hate began. Dark girls have no place in our industry. She's using him. Go back to your country. Not even pretty. Esther locked herself in the makeup room during lunch, hands shaking as she read the comments. Teresa called her 4 times. Tae-song called 6. She answered neither. Until the door opened, and he walked in. I told you this would happen, she said quietly. His jaw was tight. I didn't leak it. Doesn't matter. Yes, it does. She stood. Tae-song, I can't breathe here. I can't walk down the street. I can't exist without feeling like I'm in someone else's war. You're not alone. I am, she whispered. Because I will be the one replaced. I will be the one sent home. You'll cry on stage and release an apology letter your manager writes. But me? I'll be the villain. Tears slipped from her eyes before she could stop them. He stepped forward and pulled her into his arms. I don't want to lose you, he said into her hair. She closed her eyes. Then don't let go.